Hello guys, myself Mayank and I'm back with another video. In this video we're going to solve the same problem which we solved in the last video, but that time we solved the PySpark way, which I've already explained in the video. You can go and check that. In this video we're going to solve the same problem but in SQL way, right? SQL solution we're going to start. So I'll just explain you the problem one more time for this video and we'll solve the SQL way. So we have so it's a like say cricket tournament, right? And we have 5 teams like India, Australia, Pakistan, England, New Zealand, right? And we want to create a table, and as the output table it should have the two columns. The two columns should be having the name maybe team 1, team 2, right? And there are a couple of conditions that there should be no records to the same team both sides. For example, India versus India cannot be there because we are creating the number of matches can be played against different teams, right? So one team cannot be played same match with another with the same team, right? With himself itself or like that. And the another condition is like there should be only one record, so it cannot be like India versus Pakistan, Pakistan versus India. It's a duplicate record, so we should be having only one record for that. So that is, and those are the two conditions we have to keep in mind, and we want to create a table with two columns, and those should represent the number of the match against, right? So number of matches will represent how many number of records are there in that table. So the output will look like this, right? India, Pakistan, India, New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand, Australia, Pakistan, like that, right? So obviously because there are 5 teams, so if we make the combination, there will be 10 records, and these two conditions we have to look for. Okay, so how are we gonna solve this? We have to look for that. So let's say because it's a Databricks platform we are using, right? So we have to create a Spark data frame or something, right? So we can do so that we can write a SQL on that. But before that, I need to create data frame, right? So maybe I have to create a list. First, I should create a list called teams, right? And it should be having, maybe I have it somewhere stored, I guess here only. Okay, so here we have the list, right? And we'll create a data frame, and the same way like the we have explained it other video, right? We'll create a data frame also, and just check, right, if we have the data frames created or not. Okay, now I have to, as the data frame is created, right, it has team 1, it has 5 teams, right, whatever we mentioned that list, right? Now I have to create a I have to create a view, right? So to fire any SQL in Spark, right, we create a view calling maybe teams view, right? So it will be having a view created. Now I have to write a spark.sql. Here I can write my SQL. So if you are from other SQL background or something, right, you can, if you have the tables created, let's say in MS SQL or something, you don't need to do these steps. You can just start from this SQL query directly. Okay. Yeah. So maybe this will, I call it a result, and I display that result. And now we have to write the SQL in that. So how we're gonna do is, right, uh, I'm gonna maybe select star from teams view, and because it's a self join, right, how we want to do is, right, we want to make the number of matches can be played against these among these 5 teams, right? So I need to do a cross join, right? So what I do, I join every match, every column with every row with that every row, so that it will create the number of records. So I have to do a cross join for that. Okay, so teams view. So if I do it like here, right, maybe I'll name it as a dot team 1 comma b dot team 1. Okay, yeah, so let me display it. So it should display more records. Sorry, it is teams view. Okay, okay. I should comment out this, right, so that we'll be having only one record, only one table. So it is creating 25 rows, because and it is having the duplicates also, which we have mentioned that it should not be there, like the India versus India should not be there, but it is having India versus India also. So what we can do is, right, we can write where a dot team 1 um, not equal to b dot team 1 team. um, team 1. Yeah. So from 25 records, it will filter out 5 records because it has duplicate. Now the problem is India versus Pakistan is there. India versus Australia is there, but Australia versus India is also there. And that's the second condition we have to look for. So this can be handled. So interviewer always wanted to ask this question type because he wants to know if you are aware of inequi join kind of concept or not, right? So here we have to apply the inequi join, right? So what it is inequi join is, right? It has to be, instead of equal to not equal to, it will use the smaller than or equal than greater than symbol over here. So what does it mean is, right? So instead of comparing it or just equating it, right? If I write a dot team 1 smaller than b dot team 1, it will just check the character. So I comes the before a, right? So I comes after a, sorry, Australia. So and here I am just filtering out all the records where a dot team 1 should be less than dot b dot team 1. So if I compare India versus Australia and Australia versus India, right? So because a comes before I, so this record will be there and this record will be eliminated because I is greater than a, right? So if I use this less than or greater than any one, right? Because we just want one set of requirement. So it will eliminate the other 10 records where the same duplicate is getting created. So if you see, right, from 20 records, now the records are 10 only. So that's how we can eliminate, and that's the only reason behind this question. Like, interviewer wanted to ask, okay, are you aware of this inequi join concept or not? So yeah, that is it for this video. And maybe if you have any question or something suggestion, right, for the next videos, just please put in that comment so that I'll be able to make those videos for that. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.